Welcome to your Monday. I'm Jay Cleveland Payne, aka your Mr. Monday, and this quick bit of motivation and inspiration was originally published on August the 9th, 2021. The original message goes as follows. You start your journey not with the first step, but with the desire to move. Before you can move towards your desired destination, you need to know where you're departing from. So, going deeper into this message, this is a take on essentially a theme that I bring up very often, and it usually comes down to have a map to where you're going. This one goes even deeper to that. It starts off with the idea that the journey to 1,000 miles begins with the first step, going back towards there. And it's true that your actual journey, your actual movement starts with you moving towards that place. But it gets complicated as to, for that 1,000 miles, where are you going? Are you just going 1,000 miles that way, 1,000 miles of the easiest path, 1,000 miles to get to a place that's exactly 1,000 miles away? You have an actual path and destination. And your desire to actually get up and move. Why you're moving. Are you fleeing? Are you escaping? Are you taking a leisurely stroll? Do you have a planned reason to get there? Because when you get there, there'll be a reward. So you have to rethink your processes of your start, and even before you get the map out. Why? Why must you get off the couch and make that step? Why must you get in the car and make that drive? Why must you plan out the route to get to wherever? Because you're taking up time, energy, resources that could be put into other ways. You could be going into other directions. You could sit on the couch and literally not do anything and not waste any of those resources and waste the time and energy just not moving. But you really do need to have a desired destination, the point of having a map, and you need to have an actual motivation for getting up and moving. So why are you leaving this place? Where is this place? What is wrong with this place? What is right with this place? And what do you get from leaving where you are, heading someplace else? You could be in a state of distress and your motivation to move is, I want to be in a better place. That's the start of your journey. Before you take that first step, you have to have a reason, a motivation, a push to do that. You may be living in a fine, great location, but being a bit stressed out with all the tiredness and boredom of your life, and you want to take a vacation. You want to go someplace that's less stressful. You have less of a strain on what you're doing, and then people will wait on you hand and foot, as opposed to the people you work for or your family expect to be waited on hand and foot. That is your desire. That is the thought process before your first step, and then you plan your destination when you get there. Your life may be just going just fine, and you just might be a little bit bored, and you don't necessarily have a place to end up, but you just want to change the scenery, get someplace else. You may not even have 1,000 steps, 1,000 miles to move forward. You just want to, just go until you figure out this is different enough to sit for a while. Then maybe go back, maybe go forward. It doesn't matter. It does matter that you have the desire to just wander around for a bit, and we'll figure it out when you get to wherever there is. Your desire to move, your reason to move, whatever pops into your head to get moving in some direction, and sometimes just moving in just the general movement, no direction necessary, is what actually begins your journey. From there, if you do it properly, you will have a map because you'll want to know what direction you're going or what goes forward. Even if you're wandering aimlessly with no particular place to go, you kind of want to know what you're getting into as you're going forward. GPS helps you get a destination if you're mapped out directly to a place. But if you're just going in a general direction, you kind of want to know where things are so that when you choose to go different places as you just sort of wander along, you may take the sandy beach as opposed to the rocky cliff trail just because today feels like a sandy beach day and tomorrow may feel like a rocky trail day. It doesn't matter. I mean, it's random. It's whatever you feel like on that day. It might be raining that day, so you want to go through the woods as opposed to a sunny day where you go to the beach. Who knows? Because that's a random thought. You just have to know that there's always a place to end up, even if you don't know exactly where it is when you get started. But it helps you to know where you want to end up if you know why you got onto your feet and started walking in the first place, why you started your journey to begin with. It really is important to understand that it's not the first step towards that thing. It's the desire to move towards that thing, whether you're moving away from pain or moving towards pleasure or just moving out of boredom. Know what the point of your journey is. Then you'll know how well it will be as you travel and when you reach your final destination, or if it's a random destination, whether that destination is good enough for right now. Know your why for your journey and then figure it out. Get a map, figure out where you want to go, or just kind of look at the terrain so you know what you're getting into. So don't get stuck in a place that's worse than you started off with or not as good as you intended to get to. You start your journey not with the first step, but with the desire to move. Before you can move towards your desired destination, you need to know where you're departing from. This original message was published on August the 9th, 2020 from Welcome to Your Monday. For more messages like this one, plus books, merchandise, and other information related to this project, visit the website, welcometoyourmonday.com.